I'm Bill Allen, the president of Pennsylvania Integrity Network. And, okay, and what I want to go over tonight, okay, because I have president's comments in here. It's basically what the comments are going to be on is where we're headed, what we're doing, okay? Because I'm basically, the web page is not up right now. It's being rebuilt, okay? And you can see that's the beginning of our home page, okay? All right? And what I want to show, these are all the different things that are happening. We are starting a national charter of United States Integrity Network. And we are starting another chapter in Philadelphia right now. We Are One Unity Initiative under our banner. I already got Pastor Nelson's going to be on the board down there, and Stanley George is going to be on the board. So we're setting the board up there already. And I'm starting a chapter in Puerto Rico already. So, and I'm starting another one in Virginia. I have a group down there that's willing to step up and actually start a chapter, and it's going to be Virginia Integrity Network. It's going to go underneath our national chapter. Philadelphia, though, is going under Pennsylvania Integrity Network. I just got contacted from someone in Bucks County that wants to get involved with us. She couldn't be there tonight because it was short notice. But she's going to get together with me and we're going to talk about establishing a chapter in Bucks County. Because what I view is the problem with a lot of us, okay? As patriots, like I met this young woman here in CPAC. All right, I gave her my card. 2 years ago, I met her at CPAC. She moved from New York up and down the Scranton area and got involved with the people up there. I tried to get her hooked up with people. And she moved here now and she had my card and she still gets my emails. See, I send out emails to everyone that I got email addresses on is what I do. I believe in constantly recruiting, learning to work with other groups. You know, it's like when I go places, you know, I'm going to have to get business cards for this group, okay? And that's called Early Vote Action. I promote their group also, okay? I believe that if we're going to be successful, we got to learn to work together. We can no longer be alone. I go on to Reclaim Florida every Tuesday night. I'm on there. I'm on. Joseph and I, we're with the Heritage Action that's Sentinels also. So we have 3 of our group members that are Sentinels. We already sent letters, communication to our congressmen and senators on how to vote. We believe we need to pressure our Congress, our senators, our state legislators, our state senators. Well, how are we going to do that if we're separated as groups? I was the outreach chairman, coordinator for the Pennsylvania Patriot Coalition, and that basically it's still there, but it's not really, the groups are no longer together in that area. So I believe the only way we're going to do this is develop different chapters around the state working together and being on the same page. We have to get enough money. People don't understand. To be effective, you need money. And Scott can tell you he's constantly raising money. He's become more of a fundraiser, yet he's knocking on doors, but he's always having to raise money. Just like PA Chase has to raise $20 million to do what they do. So you got 2 groups that do similar things. They're after the low propensity voter. We got to work with these groups. And if we don't work with them, we're going to lose. Just what happened in Texas. People want to say, oh, that's a big cry. Well, they just want a state senator seat. They're going to win that back in the fall. Let me tell you what happened there. First of all, too many Republicans, and you know it, too many Republicans do not do mail-in voting. I'm one of them. I'm going to be there at the poll no matter what. I don't care. I'll go through a blizzard to get there. I'm a different breed of animal. But I'm also a deputy constable. I got to be there. Unless they shut the poll down and change it, okay, to a different date, I'm going to be there. However, we got Republicans that will not vote. We suppress our own vote. We actually suppress our own vote with fear. We got to stop the fear-based information. We got to, I mean, got someone telling me what CNN has on it. I see what CNN and when Bannon runs his show, okay? All right? I watch Steve Bannon every day. I do not miss him. I watch Turning Point every day. I watch a few of these different shows. I believe in Real America's Voice to get my information. And I'm there all the time. I've been pushing, but you'd be surprised how many Republicans don't even know it, that we're up at that their event we were talking about up in northern PA, Rod and Arm. How many people don't even know about Real America's Voice from the Republicans? How comes I got to keep educating Republicans instead of fighting Democrats? All right? The problem is not the Democrats, it's the Republicans. This state can flip red, as Scott Presler talks about, flipping this state red. We are closer than we think.
45,000?
Yeah, 45,000. They only outnumber by us in this state. If we get our votes out, we win our state legislature back. We can do this together, but we got to learn to work together. We cannot be apart no longer. So, as I talked with Dave and my other board member, our webmaster, who will be at our next meeting, who's working on this stuff. He's 9 recordings behind getting up. All right, we need all our recordings up on our site. We got to grow this group. Everybody should be recruiting people to get them in the group, so we can work with other groups. And if they need help, we can get people boots on the ground to help them. We're going after an Hispanic outreach in this valley, and in Berks, and in Lancaster, Philadelphia, Hazleton. Largest majority of your Hispanic community lives in the 222 corridor. All right, in the state of Pennsylvania. We got over 1 million Hispanics in our state. That's a voting bloc. We also got to register ourselves. Why I say money, we got to register part of our group as a lobbyist. So we got people in Harrisburg and we got people down in the Congressional building as lobbyists, carrying we the people's voice, the first arm of government that's missing. When Ben Franklin says, here's what we gave you, a constitutional republic, now keep it. Who's he talking to? We the people. It's our responsibility to keep it. That's been the part they removed. You're only when they say democracy, remember the only democracy you have is when you go in the poll. That's the only thing. You vote for a representative. We have a representative government. Why? We allowed them to go unchecked for too many years. It's our responsibility to say no more. You're not going unchecked. We just had a meeting here last Wednesday, a very productive meeting. We had our congressman do his first physical town hall invitational, okay? And he spoke right where I'm at right now, and we got to question him. All right, we did a Q&A, and he's setting meetings up with some of the people that are here to sit down with them and go over these issues. So he understands. He didn't go to the Republican Party for this. Him and I talked when he was on the congressional floor 4 times, set the meeting up to Andre, all right? And we did the town hall here. Pennsylvania Integrity Network did a town hall with our congressman. And he understands that I'm constantly calling him on the floor. I'm constantly writing letters. I get responses from Fetterman even, okay? Telling me he is for Israel, he is for protecting ICE. So there are 2 issues we can meet on. There ain't much I meet with Fetterman on, but these 2 issues I can meet with them on. There's times that if we learn to pressure these people, they're going to respond to us. And it's our responsibility to do that, is get that response. It's like I work with the John Birch Society. They do informational.
That's true.
Yes.
That's true.
They do informational, okay? And one of our speakers we just had, the Watchman Action, if you look on their speaker list, they're at the top. So Dave, they're of the Eastern region. came to our event and he met him. And he's really happy, he says. He come to the Berks County event. The problem with our events this time, we were supposed to do 5 in a row, okay? We had that snowstorm. So the Philadelphia one didn't cancel out, but when we got there was no place to park. So nobody could get in. They shut the public transportation, they shut the trains down, people couldn't get there. They didn't plow the streets, they only plowed the main Cottman Avenue, but anything off Cottman was not plowed. But we went, we met with the pastor, we're gonna reschedule that later. And then the next day, we couldn't get into church over here in Bethlehem, but we had a protocol where we did it on Zoom. And we had over 30 people on Zoom through that meeting. Very great teaching. Lasted a little, about 3.5 hours with everything. They're coming back up the end of November, the end of February, and beginning of March they'll be in. I don't know where we're going to be doing events, but I'm going to do maybe 3 events with them again. Very productive. These are the type of things that we need to grab, is people that are willing to come in here and help us, help our groups, help us work together and combine our efforts. That's how you get excitement going. You get excitement by working together and not, and we all have differences, I'm sorry folks. We got to overcome our differences if we're going to win. If we want to win, we got to overcome them. And what I'm looking at is the direction we're going. We're building a national platform like I talked about, which I showed you there. We're going to start different state chapters. We're starting different chapters of Pennsylvania Integrity Network, okay, in this state. And we are going to get these things going. We're going to do major fundraising, which our fundraising chair is going to talk about that later. All right? Nate is setting it up where we can do fundraising through the whole network then. And he's setting the whole system up. He's working on the bylaws for the whole system for us right now. He can't come on this night because he's doing something down in his township where he's there on the first Wednesday of every month working with the fire company and stuff. Because they're involved in building a massive center down there for his basketball league and stuff, with the fire company involved. So they're going through all the township ordinance and all that other stuff every first Wednesday of the month. But he is working on this stuff. He's done, it's like I told him, it's unacceptable on my webpage ain't up. But let me just tell you what's going on with the webpage. What happened? His system kept getting shut down that was wrong. Why was it getting shut down? We're being missiles shot at us. I'm going to call them missiles for the sake. We were being attacked from China. We're being attacked from Iran. We're being attacked by Ecuador, hitting our page constantly, shutting his system down.
You're doing something right.
And he said, you made enemies somewhere, Bill. I said, where's it coming from? He told me. I said, great, they're the enemies of one. I want to know where they're at. And then he said, well, we were getting 3,500 hit attacks a week. And one day we got 3,500. He said, and that's when he started shutting these other, anything from China coming. I said, but I got people there. I got people in Iran. All right? I go through WhatsApp and I go through, what's that other one now? Got that other one. Signal. I go through Signal to communicate with these people. I'm in South Africa. That's where these attacks are coming, but I know they're not coming from my people because they're being attacked down there for what they're doing. So we got to do something. We're putting this on a more secure platform. It's going to be our own platform. In the meantime, he's paying for it this year for us, $100 a month for that platform. All right.
You mean a server?
Yeah, yeah. He had to move it to its own server, and so to get more protection on it.
He said it was going to be our own.
But he can see the vision of what we're doing. He can see what we're developing. He understands the vision, and we need everyone that's coming here to understand the vision. I'm going to CPAC the end of March down in Texas. Joseph said he's going to come with me. We'll see if he is, or if he's running too hard. So, but we need to go to CPAC. We have to be there.
Why?
That's where you make your contacts. Like this young lady over here, I met her 2 years ago down in CPAC. We sat aside of one another there. She was moving from New York to Scranton area. I worked to try to get her hooked up. She said she's been getting my emails. She moved to Bethlehem now. okay? And she saw this stuff and looked at everything and she showed up. That's how it works. You don't know who you're gonna meet, where you're gonna meet them. That's the thing. We're all working together.
Yeah,
And that's-
we're all collecting.
That's my philosophy.
You
We
and I
have to deal with election integrity, we gotta deal with the educational system. When I listen to this young woman talk about the disaster in southern Lehigh, it's all of our school districts in this Lehigh Valley. The majority of them in our state are like that, even Republican areas. We have to, I see, education is ground zero.
I think, Bill, we have to focus on election integrity first and foremost, because everything else
Hey,
follows.
you're okay,
Conservatives
election integrity,
Conservatives want to fix everything just because
Yeah.
we can. Democrats are better saying laser
I
focus. If we say
understand.
laser focus.
They took over the schools, remember that?
No, I know that, but how do
That's
we,
what they did.
how do we take the schools back?
Well, we're gonna have a
We
plan.
fix election integrity.
No, we're gonna, to fix election integrity, you gotta fix the schools also. Because they're gonna be still indoctrinating kids there, and they're gonna keep fighting against it and creating more of these left-wing nuts, okay?
Yeah.
Kids that think they're
No,
dogs,
I'm
think
not,
they're
I'm not
cats.
saying we don't.
Yeah, but there's a way to attack all this. We all want the same thing, but we're gonna find people that they are great in that area, we're gonna put them to be in winning positions. We're gonna find people who want election integrity, we're gonna put them in that position. We're gonna fight at all levels. And we're gonna find groups, like you said, Moms from Liberty, if they got strong chapters, we're gonna cooperate with them. We don't have to duplicate their work. We gotta support their work though. That's the difference.
That's what I'm trying to say. is we
Yeah,
don't
but
wanna
I
double
understand
work.
that.
Yeah,
Let
that
me
always
finish.
happens.
Let me finish. If you interrupt me and we get into debate, it's not gonna be nice when it's over. I'm gonna let you know that I focus on this whole picture, it's a broad picture. I get upset with Steve Bannon on the same thing you're talking about. He goes from one to the other. All right? And I'm like, focus on something, Steve. What do you do best? You're a great cheerleader, Steve. We need to focus on what do you do best, what do they do best, who can raise the funds, and then we need to support each effort. And that's what we need to do. My job as a president is to support all the efforts, bring people together. Mine is to be a melting pot and say we're gonna win this battle. We have multiple fronts, just like we did in the Second World War. We fought a war where we had fronts in Europe, we had fronts in Italy, Germany, in Africa, we had fronts in the Pacific. And yet, we fought them battles. All right? Did we win the war? I'm gonna say no. We didn't win. No, and why am I saying that? We're dealing with it today yet. We're dealing with China, who should have been defeated in the Second World War. We should have let MacArthur go to Peking. We should have let Patton go to Moscow. We stopped it. Instead, we divided Europe up. We gave the Soviets Eastern Europe. We allowed Mao to take over China. That's what we did. So we found, and then we went into the Cold War for how many years? And now we're at war again. People don't understand. The CCP has declared war on the United States of America. They are trying to destroy the Western society. You don't destroy Europe, they already did that. You have to destroy America or there is no light for the world to follow. And we have a president that's fighting that end for us. And he's doing a great job. We can't allow the press to stop us and steal our momentum. You brought CNN up, they're trying to steal our momentum. They're trying to suppress our vote. And then you got Republicans, as when I put the H-1B visa thing in here, and you read that petition, why it's there. Who brought it? George Bush Sr. brought the H-1B visa program in. Okay? And then Bill Clinton.
Reagan with the amnesty.
Reagan with amnesty, yes, or one of our great presidents, but he gave amnesty and gave away to citizens. What are they fighting against? Oh, away for citizens. We need compassion. We need compassion, folks. Well, if you get that much compassion, you will be radical Islamic soon. They are attacking our country. They made an alliance with the CCP. It's called the Red-Brown Alliance. It's already in effect.
Is India communist?
Huh?
Is India communist?
No.
India is dictatorship.
And
There's
communists.
mass layoffs.
Yeah, there's a lot of communists there in India.
And here.
Yeah, we know that. And the problem is, a lot of them come through the H-1B visa program.
Resulting in mass layoffs here in the
Yeah,
U.S.
yes, with mass layoffs in our country right now. So these are all areas of the battlefront. What? He works best in election integrity, knocking on doors. We gotta help his group. Bottom line, we gotta help them. So wherever I go, I need their material, I need to have it on tables. If they can't be there, I can be there. And if you're somewhere, you need our material. Because we gotta support one another. We gotta show a unified face. And that's what we need to be doing, and that's what I'm working on right now. Is to bring that platform, put the platform together, have everyone hook together a national platform that everyone knows you need to get to their group. Here's how you contact them. They do this well. You want to go after a low potential voter, contact, well, you have the early vote action, okay? They're not just PA Chase. PA Chase did go to Jersey this year, but they're right, they're trying to raise.
No, he didn't go to Jersey.
Huh?
He went to Jersey.
I understand that. I said PA Chase went over there, yes. But Scott Presler's been there. Scott Presler's been in Washington State. I see everywhere he's been, so I post his stuff. The minute he puts it up, it goes in our Facebook group. Everything. I make sure I provide all the information so people can see it. Because this war is bigger than we thought. Right now, we got to activate. I'm telling you as a young man, you need to activate the young people. I don't care how you get them here, you need to get them here. We got to meet as committees, subcommittees, we got to be meeting. I don't care if it's 2 of us, we got to meet. And we need to find others to come and be involved. Just like Beverly did something great with her friend when they went to get these people off the rolls that moved to other states. They sent letters to each one of them to remove themselves from the rolls.
And we took off 1,000 in Northampton County.
See that? 1,000 voters. And that was, and we were over with our election integrity committee, they were assigned, it was packing envelopes. So we're watching them do it. Huh?
We did that in Lackawanna
Yeah.
County.
We need to do that every year in every county. We need to get these people off the, we are starting now, in here you're gonna see, there's, which we're gonna go over tonight, you're gonna see a thing about the H-1B visa. But then you're gonna see there's 2 other ones that we got going that we gotta develop yet. And we are gonna send something to our Auditor General to do his job. We're sending something to our which we need to develop them, because they're gonna be petitions. All right, we're gonna start doing petitions. We're gonna, we want our Attorney General doing his job. And basically going after the rotor rolls, finding out if there's illegals on them, and then going after the NGOs and stuff that are putting these people on, and actually going after our governor who's putting the illegals onto the licensing bureaus. And he promoted this. He gonna run he's running for governor. We gotta expose him for what he's done to our state. He promotes illegal, he wants us to be a sanctuary state. He wants these illegals, and what do illegals do? They take your jobs. They suppress your wage. These are all avenues that we gotta fight. Deals with integrity, anything that deals with integrity in election, school districts, voter rolls, it all deals with our integrity. We gotta take our state back now. So that's what I want to talk about tonight. The direction we're going, what we're doing, and how we're gonna get there. And it's working together. So stay tuned for more. And I'm gonna go over to our committees and stuff, where we're at, what we're doing, and how we're gonna start winning this battle. Thank you.